of the initiation, Prabhupada writes, when one becomes disinterested in material enjoyment, he becomes fit for initiation by the spiritual master. One becomes disinterested in material enjoyment. Early days, utility was principle, but now facility is principle. On olden days, books were the basis. Now check books are the basis. Preaching was essence. Now majority, now preaching is essence. And utility is the principle. Now majority is principle. Give vote, which is majority, no. Preaching is essence. I'm not saying, okay, leave. For the advancement of spiritual life, Srimad Bhagavatam 6.1.13 prescribe tapasya brahmacharyam samena cha damena cha. Tapasya means austerity. Brahmacharya means controlling the generative power. And samena means controlling mind. Damena means controlling senses. When a person is serious about accepting diksha or initiation, he must be prepared to practice austerity, celibacy, control of mind and body, which means senses. If one is so prepared and is desirous of receiving spiritual enlightenment, divyam gyanam, he is fit for being initiated. What is the meaning of Divya Jnanam? Divya Jnanam is technically called Tad Vigyana. Tad actually means Supreme Lord. Vigyan means realized knowledge. Or the knowledge about the Supreme. Tad means Supreme. Wherever you get word Tad, it means Supreme. Tad means supreme, okay? And Vigyan means realized knowledge, which actually means devotion. Tad Vigyanartham sagruam eva bigachet. Tad Vigyanarsam. It means, Tad means to the Supreme Lord, Vigyanam means realized knowledge. The person should go to the spiritual master. Mondic Upanishad. When one is interested in transcendent subject matter of the absolute truth, he should be initiated. Such a person should approach a spiritual master in order to take diksha. Srimad Bhagavatam 11.3.21 also prescribed Tasmad Gurum Prapadyet Jigyasu Shriya Uttamam. Tasmad, therefore, Gurum, spiritual master, Prapadya, take shelter, Jigyasu, inquisitive person, Shriya, the highest benefit, Uttamam. Tama means ignorance, U means above, means transcendental. Now here Prabhupada explained these words. When one is actually interested in the transcendental science of the absolute, Tad Vigyan, he should approach the spiritual master, Gurum Prapadye. Now, paragraph number 8. One should not accept a spiritual master without following his instruction. Nor should one accept a spiritual master just to make a fashionable show of his spiritual life. Like a club. I am a member of the Lions Club, a spiritual club. No. One must be jigyasu, very much inquisitive, to learn from the bona fide spiritual master. The inquiries one makes should be strictly pertaining to the transcendental science. Science, what is that? Shriya Uttamam. The word Uttam refers to the which is above material knowledge. Tama means darkness of the material world, and Utta means transcendental. Generally, people are very much interested in inquiring about mundane subject matters. But when one has lost such interest and is simply interested in transcendental subject matters, he is quite fit for being initiated. When one is actually initiated by the bona fide spiritual master and one seriously engaged in the service of the Lord, he should be accepted as Madhyam Adhikari. Now, again same thing. We have done paragraph number 8. Now paragraph number 9 and 10. Understanding the kinds of Vaishnavas on the basis of chanting of holy name. 9 and 10 paragraph. And 11 paragraph. 3 kinds of Vaishnava based on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching to Satyaraj Khan. 9. The chanting of the holy name of Krishna is so sublime that if one chants the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra offenselessly, carefully, avoiding the 10 offenses, he can certainly be gradually elevated to the point of understanding that there is no difference between the holy name of the Lord and Lord himself. This is actually Uttam Adhikari. Nama Nami Abhinna. There is no difference between the holy name and the Lord himself. Name of the table and table are different. You call table, table, table will not come. You call water, water, water will not come because they are inert matter. They are not conscious. How can they respond? Lord is not matter. Lord is a conscious. Nityo Nityanam, Chetas Chetananam. He is the most conscious. So you call Krishna, Krishna is right there. Jibha Jashomati. The tongue become Mother Yashoda. And Krishna and Balaram are dancing when we chant Hare Krishna. So the tongue becomes mother. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told to Mother Sachi, I am taking sannyas. But mother, whenever I come in this world, I accept you as my mother. When I appear in the temple, I accept the marble or metal as my mother. And when somebody chants my holy name, the tongue becomes my mother. So these are my 3 mothers. So Krishna and Krishna Nam are not different. So those who by chanting reach to that level, after overcoming 10 offenses, he is Uttam Adhikari. Like same thing. To consider the deity in the temple and Krishna are non-different is Uttam Adhikari. They are not images, they are Krishna, Radha Krishna. This is Uttam Adhikari's characteristic. No difference between name and the Lord, no difference between the deities and Lord. They are one. This is the highest elevation by chanting holy name. One who has reached such an understanding should be very much respected by neophyte devotees because he is above Madhyam actually. He is above Madhyam. He should be respected by neophyte. One should know for certain that without chanting the name of the Lord offenselessly, One cannot be proper candidate for advancement in Krishna consciousness from Kanish to Madhyam and from Madhyam to Uttam. It's only by chanting. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Madhya Leela, it is said, Yahara Komala Shardha Se Kanishta Jana Krame Krame Tehon Bhakta Haiba Uttama. The one who has very pliable, very weak faith, he is called neophyte. But step by step, by chanting Hare Krishna, he will advance to Madhyam and to the Uttam. So what is the criteria for advancing? Faith. Faith in the scripture, faith in the holy name. Faith in the holy name, that name and Lord are non-different. This is the faith. Paragraph number 9. One whose faith is soft, komal, and pliable, can easily be shaken, is called neophyte, the beginner. But by gradually following the process of sadhana bhakti, he will rise to the platform of first-class devotee when he knows there is no difference between holy name and Lord himself. If he realizes that, then he is advancing. Everyone begins his devotional service from the neophyte stage. Everyone begins his service from neophyte stage. But if one properly finishes chanting the prescribed number of rounds of Harinam, he is elevated step by step to the highest platform, Uttamadhikari. So here Srila Prabhupada is giving the criteria for advancing, seriously chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and trying our level best to avoid the offenses to the holy name. And of all the offenses, the worst offense is blasphemy to Vaishnava. Vaishnava aparadha is most dangerous. The Krishna conscious movement again came. Krishna conscious movement prescribes 16 rounds daily because people in Western countries cannot concentrate for a long period while chanting on beads. Therefore, the minimum number of rounds is prescribed. However, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say that unless one chants at least 64 rounds of japa, 100,000 names, he is considered fallen, patit. According to this calculation, practically every one of us is fallen. But because we are trying to serve the Supreme Lord with all seriousness and without duplicity, we can expect the mercy of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is famous as Patita Pavan, the deliverer of the fallen. Sri Prabhupada asked, you are initiating the people who are just for 2-3 days in the movement. Prabhupada said, I know they are fallen, but I have a hope that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is deliverer of the fallen. So I am handing them over to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he will rectify them. Now we are going to the paragraph number 10 and in 11. What is in the 11? 3 Vaishnava, and 12 and 13, again 3 Vaishnava according to Sanatana Goswami. Paragraph number 10. This 10 program, paragraph number 10 is, when Sri Satyaraj Khan, a great devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, asked Lord how a Vaishnava should be recognized, Vaishnava ke? The Lord replied, प्रभु कहे यहाँ मुखे सुने एक बार, कृष्ण नाम से ही पूज्य श्रेष्ठ सभाकार. This is a Kanishth Vaishnava. First time this was the answer given. If one hears a person says even once, ek bar, the word Krishna, that person should be accepted as the best man out of common group. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, Ateva yahara mukhe eka Krishna nama, Seita Vaishnava karihe tara sanmana. One who is interested in chanting the holy name of Krishna, or who by practice like to chant Krishna's name, should be accepted as Vaishnava and offer respect such as at least within one's mind. He's a beginner. Now Prabhupada gives the example of a person. He's not saying name, but you all know. One of our friends is a famous English musician, has become attracted to chanting the Hare Krishna, name of the Krishna. Even in his record, he has several times mentioned the holy name of Krishna. At his home, he offers respect to pictures of Krishna and also to the preachers of Krishna consciousness. In all regards, he has a very high estimation of Krishna's name and Krishna's activities. Therefore, we offer respect to him without reservation. For we are actually seeing that this gentleman is advancing gradually in Krishna consciousness. Who is that? And some devotee said, why don't you initiate Prabhupada? He said, why? He's already Hari's son. He's the son of Hari. His name is already initiated. He's a Hari's son. And he paid for the Krishna, the Supreme Personality, for printing Krishna book, yeah. Such a person should always be shown respect. Paragraph number 10. The conclusion is that anyone who is trying to advance in Krishna consciousness by chanting Hare Krishna and by regularly chanting the holy name should always be respected by Vaishnavas. On the other hand, we have witnessed that the some of our contemporaries who are supposed to be great preachers have gradually fallen into the material conception of life because they have failed to chant the holy name of the Lord. I used to say, anybody asks me, what can we do? Only I have one thing to say. As long as you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna always take care of you. Never ever give up chanting. You are always in the safe hands. Other things are secondary. Only chanting Hare Krishna is primary. Never ever give it up. Again, same thing. Paragraph number 11, Satyaraj Khan, 1230, Sanatan Goswami. 11. While giving instruction to Sanatan Goswami, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu divided devotional service into three categories. Shastra yukti nahi jane dridha shardhavan madhyam adhikari sei mahabhagyavan. A person whose conclusive knowledge of the Shastra is not very strong, but who has developed firm faith in chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and who is also undeterred in execution of his prescribed devotional service, should be considered Madhyam Adhikari. Such a person is very fortunate, Bhagyavan. The Madhyam Adhikari is Shardhavan, a stanchly faithful person, and is actually candidate for further advancement in devotional service. paragraph number 11. Therefore, in Chaitanya Chaitamrita Madhya, it is said, Shardhavana jana hai bhakti adhikari uttama madhyama kanishta shardhanuswari. One becomes qualified as a devotee on the elementary platform, the intermediate platform, and highest platform of devotional service according to development of his shraddha or faith. Shraddha in scripture, shraddha in holy name. So faith in scripture, faith in holy name, faith in the words of spiritual master. Again, Chaitanya Charitamrita. What is the meaning of faith? Shraddha shabde vishwasa kahe sudrida nischay Krishna bhakti kaile sarva karma kirtay. By rendering devotion and transcendental service to Krishna, one automatically performs all subsidiary activities. This confident and firm faith, favorable to the discharge of devotional service, is called Shraddha. Nishtha is a higher stage of Shraddha. Shraddha leads to Nishtha. Paragraph 11. Shraddha, faith in Krishna, is the beginning of Krishna consciousness, Ado Shraddha. That is Ado Shraddha, beginning. Faith means strong faith. The word Bhagavad Gita, now what is strong faith? Prabhupada is giving some practical explanation of strong faith. The words of Bhagavad Gita are authoritative instruction for faithful men. And whatever Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita is to be accepted as it is without interpretations. This was the way Arjuna accepted Bhagavad Gita. After hearing Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna told Krishna, Sarvam etad ritam manye, I accept this all truth. Yan mam vadasit Keshava. O Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. This is paragraph number 12. This is the correct way of understanding Bhagavad Gita, and this is called Shraddha. So what is Shraddha? Accepting Bhagavad Gita as it is, without interpretation, is Shraddha. It is not that one accepts portion of Bhagavad Gita according to his own whimsical interpretations and then reject another portion. This is not Shraddha. Shraddha means accepting instruction of Bhagavad Gita in their totality, especially the last instruction, Sarvabhauma parityaja mam ekam shranam bhajan. This instruction, taking seriously, accepting, is called Shraddha. When one becomes completely faithful in regards to this instruction, one's strong faith becomes the basis for advancement in spiritual life. Now you understand Shraddha on Shastra, Bhagavad Gita, right? Why this, how everything is written? By Srila Prabhupada to give us the meaning of faith. Faith means faith in the scripture. And for us, the best scripture, the topmost scripture is Bhagavad Gita as it is. Because ISKCON is founded on the basis of Bhagavad Gita. Where is this written? Introduction, not introduction. Preface of Bhagavad Gita. Second paragraph. Preface Bhagavad Gita, second paragraph. What is the central point of Bhagavad Gita? Preface, first you read the second paragraph. preface Bhagavad Gita. Our Krishna conscious movement is genuine, historical, authorized, natural, and transcendental, due to its being based on Bhagavad Gita as it is. Is it okay? Now go to the last page, but not the last half page. Go to the last, from below 4-5 lines. Yeah, start somewhere. Everybody wants to enjoy his senses. Is there something like that?
By the spell of illusion, one tries to be happy by serving his personal sense gratification
Okay.
in forms, which will never make him happy. Instead of satisfying his own personal material senses, he has to satisfy the senses of the Lord. That is the highest perfection of life. The Lord wants this and he demands it. One has to understand the central point of Bhagavad Gita.
Now, this is the central point of Bhagavad Gita. Lord wants this, Lord demands this. But the central point of Bhagavad Gita, from preface,
Satisfying the senses of the Lord.
page number
19.
4-5 lines from below.
Yes, it's that 8 times.
Central point word is maybe 3 lines above.
8 from below.
Central point.
It's 8.
Okay? Paragraph number 13. When one fully engages in chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, he gradually realizes his own spiritual identity. My God. When one fully engages in chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, he gradually realizes his own spiritual identity, which is called Swarupa. What is called? Swarupa. Unless one faithfully chants the Hare Krishna mantra, Krishna does not reveal himself. Sevano mukhe jivadao swayam eva spurde adha bhakti rasamrit sindhu. We cannot realize the Supreme Personality of Godhead by any artificial means. We must engage faithfully in the service of the Lord. Such service begins with the tongue, sevano mukhe jiva adau, which means we should always chant holy name of the Lord and accept Krishna prasad. We should not chant or accept anything else. When this process is faithfully followed, the Supreme Lord reveals himself to the devotee. What? His Swarup. He will reveal the Swarup of a devotee to him, to the devotee, and he will reveal himself to the devotee. Paragraph number 14. When a person realizes himself to be an eternal servant of Krishna, that is our Swarup. Jivaira Swarup hai. This is our Swarup. When the person realizes himself to be an eternal servant of Krishna, he loses interest in everything but Krishna's service. Always thinking of Krishna, devising means by which to spread the holy name of Krishna, he understands that his only business in spreading the Krishna conscious movement all over the world. Such a person is to be recognized as an Uttam Adhikari, and his association should be immediately accepted according to the 6 processes of Dadati Pratiganati. See, ultimately we reach to this last sentence. Association of the 6 exchanges of love with the Uttam Adhikari. Indeed, the advanced Uttam Adhikari Vaishnava devotee should be accepted as a spiritual master. Everything one possesses should be offered to a spiritual master. For it is enjoined one should deliver whatever he has to the spiritual master. The brahmacharis in particular is supposed to beg alms from others and offer them to the spiritual master. Generally, it is the business of a brahmachari to collect at the time of initiation and hand over to the spiritual master. But here, Grihasthas are doing also, which is not proper. They should give from their pocket. Why should they go and beg? This is brahmachari's business. This is wrong. This is not a right practice. Brahmachari has only right to beg and give to the spiritual master, not Grihastha. He should give from his own pocket. But here everything is same. That is not right etiquette. A brahmachari in particular, okay? However, one should not imitate the behavior of an advanced devotee or Mahabhagavat without being self-realized. For by such imitation, one will eventually become degraded. So many people, they thought we are like Prabhupada. And they wanted to be worshipped like Prabhupada. And hardly anybody of them is available now. We have seen this in the last 45 years. Imitation won't work. 15. In this verse, Srila Rupa Goswami advised the devotee to be intelligent enough to distinguish between the Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyam Adhikari and Uttam Adhikari. The devotee should also know his own position and should not try to imitate a devotee situated in a higher platform. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur has given one practical hint to the effect that an Uttam Adhikari Vaishnava can be recognized by his ability to convert many fallen souls to Vaishnavism. The people who can make more Vaishnava, it means he is Uttam Adhikari. One should not become a spiritual master unless he has attained the platform of Uttam Adhikari. A neophyte Vaishnava or Vaishnava situated in an intermediate platform can also accept disciples, but such disciples must be on the same platform, and it should be understood that they cannot advance very well towards ultimate goal of life under his insufficient guidance. Therefore, a disciple must be careful to accept an Uttam Adhikari as a spiritual master. Our 5th verse is over. And our time is over, but we will at least read the 6th verse, which we will start tomorrow. And then we have break for a few days. Drishtai svabhava janitai vapusascha doshai na prakrititvamiha bhakta janasya pasye Gangam bhasam nakalo budbuddha thena pankai Brahma drivaitam apagacchati niradharamahi Drishtai svabhava janitai vapusascha doshai na prakritatvamiha bhakta janasya pasye Gangam vasam na khalo bud buddha pen pankai. Brahma dravya tumapagat chatinira dharamai. Now the last two lines are example. The water of Ganga in a rainy season may be muddy, may have foam on the top, but it should never be considered impure. Similarly, a Vaishnava may have some bodily defect, some color not fair. He should not be judged on that level. So, translation, being situated in his original conscious position, a pure devotee does not identify with the body. Such devotees should not be seen from the materialistic point of view, prakriti. Na prakartvam iha. Iha means in this verse, in this world. Indeed, one should overlook the devotees having body born in low family. Janitai. Janitai means born. Body born in low family. A body with a bad complexion, vapushas, chadoshai. A deformed body or a diseased or infirm body, according to the ordinary vision, dishtai. Such imperfection may seem prominent in the body of a pure devotee. But despite such seeming defects, the body of a pure devotee cannot be polluted. It is exactly like the water of the Ganges, which sometime during the rainy season are full of bubbles, foam and mud. The Ganga water do not become polluted. Those who are advanced in spiritual understanding will bathe in Ganges without considering the condition of the water. So, tomorrow we will discuss this verse. Purport has only two parts. Glories of the Shuddha Bhakti and 6 warning against Vaishnava criticism. So this is our 9 paragraph purport. Tomorrow we will do this. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. No question, no comment. Time of prasad. What? When you wake up in morning? Usually when we sleep, when down, we pay obeisance to spiritual master. Then sleep. When get up, we pay obeisance and then get up. In the temple, when go any devotee we meet, we pay obeisance at least once. This was a system, but it's now finished.
Should we pay obeisance to each and every devotee when we see them?
It was in the early days because everybody was knowing one another. In the morning, Mangal Arati, one who reaches first, he is lucky. He has to pay obeisance to so many devotees. Very common. Okay, thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki